Which teams are truly ready for the biggest technical reset in modern F1 history? And when the 2026 rulebook rewrites the foundations of car performance, who will rise and who might fall? The 2026 Formula One season is set to usher in one of the most transformative eras the sport has ever seen. Not since the introduction of hybrid engines in 2014 has the competitive landscape faced such dramatic change. These new regulations are designed to push technical innovation, sustainability, and efficiency to new levels, while also encouraging closer racing and new competitive opportunities. With radically redesigned chassis concepts, simplified aerodynamic structures, reimagined power units, fully integrated active aero systems, and the highest electrical reliance in F1 history, the 2026 cars will represent a complete departure from what fans currently see on track. At the heart of these regulations is a fundamental shift in the balance between combustion and electrical power. The new hybrid units will produce approximately 50% of their total output from electric energy, a massive leap from current systems. This emphasis on electrical deployment will reshape strategies, car behavior, and engineering priorities. Fuel flow limitations will also transform combustion efficiency, while lighter chassis and adjustable aerodynamic surfaces will change how drivers approach both corners and straights. These changes don't merely tweak performance, they redefine it. Given such drastic evolution, one question lingers above all. Which teams have the right combination of technical expertise, long-term planning, resource allocation, and organizational momentum to emerge as early winners of this brave new era? Some teams thrive in major resets, while others lose their footing. With complete car designs still hidden behind factory doors and development programs shrouded in secrecy, predictions must be built on historical patterns, strategic insight, and the trajectory of each team's engineering culture. Based on these elements, the following 5 teams stand out as the most likely to build dominant machines for the 2026 Formula One season, each equipped with unique advantages and specific challenges. 1. Red Bull RB26, the benchmark for the new era. Red Bull enters the 2026 season with the aura of a team that has mastered virtually every aerodynamic challenge thrown its way in the current generation. Their extraordinary rise and sustained dominance in the ground effect era are the latest chapters in a long history of aerodynamic excellence. With Adrian Newey's legacy baked deeply into the team's philosophy, even if his direct involvement varies, their approach to airflow management, weight control, and downforce generation remains unrivaled. The 2026 regulations place heavy emphasis on active aerodynamics, with front and rear wings capable of adjusting to improve straight-line speed or cornering stability. This plays straight into Red Bull's strengths. Few teams understand the intricacies of aerodynamic balance and drag efficiency the way Red Bull does. And as Formula One transitions into a more aero-neutral racing environment, the RB26's design roots give it a significant advantage. Yet one fascinating and potentially risky element defines their 2026 identity: the Red Bull powertrain's engine. For the first time, Red Bull is moving from engine customer to full manufacturer. 2. Mercedes W15E, a manufacturer. Ready for a reset, Mercedes is a team that thrives on technical change. When the V6 hybrid era began in 2014, they produced one of the most dominant power units in motorsport history. Their mastery of combustion efficiency, energy recovery, and thermal management set an engineering benchmark that rival teams took years to approach. With the 2026 regulations placing enormous weight on electrical output and ERS performance, the new era aligns perfectly with Mercedes' traditional strengths. But the last few seasons have exposed cracks in Mercedes' car philosophy. Their ground effect struggles, highlighted by experiments with unconventional concepts, highlighted the difficulty of balancing chassis efficiency with engine excellence. For 2026, however, Mercedes has the chance to realign those elements under a more synchronized technical structure. The team has refreshed its leadership, adjusted its development methodologies, and improved internal communication between the chassis and engine divisions. The upcoming W15E could represent Mercedes' most cohesive project in years. 3. Ferrari 676, the dark horse with real momentum. Ferrari's 2026 car, codenamed 676, represents one of the most ambitious and promising development programs the team has undertaken in years. After a prolonged period of inconsistency, Ferrari seems to have rediscovered its engineering rhythm. Improved organizational clarity, smarter technical decisions, and more reliable in-season upgrades have allowed the team to rebuild its identity after years of turbulence. Additionally, Ferrari's power unit division has reportedly made significant strides in hybrid efficiency. Given the increased weight of ERS performance in the 2026 rules, this progress may prove decisive. Ferrari's engineers have focused heavily on improving battery cooling, deployment stability, and energy recovery, all crucial factors for the coming era. If their PU gains translate to real-world performance, Ferrari could re-enter the elite tier with authority. 4. Aston Martin AMR 26, the potential breakout champion. Among all teams preparing for 2026, Aston Martin stands out as one with extraordinary upward momentum. Backed by long-term vision, heavy financial investment, and state-of-the-art facilities, Aston Martin has built an infrastructure capable of competing with the sports giants. Their new wind tunnel, advanced simulation technology, and growing technical staff give them the foundation required to challenge consistently at the front. What makes the AMR 26 particularly exciting is the team's transition to a full works partnership with Honda. Beginning in 2026, Aston Martin will no longer rely on customer power units, but instead run a Honda PU designed specifically for their aerodynamic and packaging philosophy. Historically, works teams with fully integrated engines have enjoyed significant competitive advantages during regulatory resets. 5. Audi F1 Sauber, the wildcard that could shock everyone. Audi's arrival in Formula One is one of the most intriguing storylines heading into the 2026 season. As a new full-works manufacturer, Audi has the rare opportunity to design its car and power unit entirely from scratch. This clean-sheet approach allows them to tailor every element of the 2026 rules to their specific competitive strategy, without the constraints of legacy systems or outdated concepts. Audi's experience in hybrid endurance racing, particularly in the World Endurance Championship, gives them a strong foundation in the energy recovery and battery technologies essential for 2026. Their engineering philosophy values efficiency, reliability, and precision, qualities that will be vital in the new era. The teams most likely to emerge at the front of this new era are Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Audi. But in a season that promises dramatic innovation, fresh philosophies, and unprecedented technical challenges, nothing is guaranteed. The 2026 season will not just redefine performance, it may rewrite the power structure of Formula One for years to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.